Hey guys, this is Frozen Things Studios here, and welcome back to another video. And I gotta say, happy first anniversary to Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home is still to this day my favorite comic book movie of all time, and my favorite MCU movie of all time, and also my favorite Spider-Man movie as well. And although I really wanted to make a video for Spider-Man No Way Home's 1 year anniversary. Unfortunately, I already did a review of Spider-Man No Way Home after I saw the re-release version in theaters. So I thought about something else, and I've been coming up with this idea for a while now, and I thought, why not do it? So what am I gonna do? You may ask. Well, I'm going to be doing a predictions video for Spider-Man 4. Yep. And also this is probably my last one of my last videos before I leave to go on a vacation. Even if I'm still gonna make videos on my vacation. So yeah. Yeah. As I'm releasing this video like premiere. Today's the day when I leave, but I'm doing this doing this premiere before leaving. So yeah. Um, and anyway, now let's start getting into my predictions because before I start my prediction, I just wanna say like my expectations for Spider-Man 4. Considering how much I've loved Tom Holland and yeah, Tom Holland Spider-Man and Spider-Man No Way Home being my favorite one. Spider-Man 4 is definitely one of my most anticipated movies of all time. Or I should say my second most anticipated movie of all time, second only behind Avengers: The Secret Wars. And I'm actually more I'm honestly more excited for Spider-Man 4 than Across the Spider-Verse, considering that I prefer the No Way Home over Into the Spider-Verse. I mean, but maybe Spider-Man 4 could potentially be the best Spider-Man movie. Who knows? Either that or maybe Across the Spider-Verse could end up becoming the better movie. Who knows? But to me, personally, in my personal opinion, I'm more excited for Spider-Man 4 than Across the Spider-Verse. And maybe pretty much of any other future Spider-Man movies as well. So anyway, but there's been a lot of rumors lately. But to me, what could be possibly be the plot for Spider-Man 4? Here is my predictions for like pretty much both the plot and the cast and like who's gonna be in it and what. Okay, let's read my script right here. Yeah, as I'm talking about predicting this, I'm pretty much reading through. I dropped something, but yeah, I'm reading through a script that I wrote myself. So yeah, let's do this. So this is I'll also be covering a little bit of the of Spider-Man 5 and 6 because this is pretty much going to be a new trilogy. Now serious. This new trilogy of Spider-Man is going to focus more on Peter's personal life after Doctor Strange casted a spell to make everyone forget who he is in the end of No Way Home. He's in college now and moved on from Ned and MJ after pretty much MJ advised Peter to move on and start a new chapter in his life. Ned and MJ only appear in the first 5 minutes of this movie, but they don't appear anymore. Peter lives in the same apartment as Miles Morales, played by Caleb McLaughlin, who's known as to play Lucas Sinclair from Stranger Things, and his parents, Rio Morales, played by Vanessa Rubio, who played Carmen Diaz from Cobra Kai, and Jefferson Davis, played by Martin Lawrence. Um, this plot line of Miles coincidentally not being I mean now Pierre coincidentally living with Miles, staying in Miles's condo without him knowing is a highly ruined plot point for this film. Miles goes to the same school as Peter did, like in the past, which is the Midtown High, and we see Peter's life in college. He doesn't really make any friends, even though Flash and Betty are there, but he's not really close to them, and even though he's kind of friends with Betty, I'm not sure, but the closest person to him in college is his professor, played by Kristen Bell. Kristen Bell's character offers Peter a chance to work for the Daily Bugle, run by no other than J. Jonah Jameson, reprised by J.K. Simmons, like obviously. Betty Brand also works for the Daily Bugle, so both Peter and Betty are workmates. Looking for a story around the city, Peter, wearing his Spider-Man suit on, encounters Felicia Hardy slash Black Cat, played by Chloe Grace Moretz, robbing banks. Black Cat catches Spider-Man taking photos of her and follows him around the city. She confesses that she's in love with Spider-Man, and then within the next few days, both Spider-Man and Black Cat become a couple. Black Cat is actually the villain of the movie, but Spider-Man doesn't find out it until the end. This is basically like Spider-Man Far From Home, where Mysterio but both Mysterio teams up with Peter, and they both become close until like in the third act when Peter finds out Mysterio's a true nature. It's similar to that. Throughout the second act, Black Cat manipulates Spider-Man into teaming up with her to steal to get steal a painting, very similar to the plot line in the Spider-Man PS4 game. If you remember the Spider-Man No Way Home mid-credit scene, we saw the Venom symbiote being left inside the MCU universe. In this movie, Peter pretty much gets the symbiote, which is pretty much the biggest rumor of the film. He's able to, of course, well, Spider-Man pretty much, this is where Peter pretty much turns into his dark side. I mean, not really like he becomes a villain, but it's similar to how every single character has their own dark sides. And this movie pretty much shows up here in his dark side. This movie does get dark. I mean, with Peter helping Black Cat with her crimes, and then Peter actually getting the symbiote. He's able to get rid of the symbiote right before the third act starts. In the third act, Peter learns Black Cat's true nature and faces off against her. Stops her from stealing the painting, like the moment like they reach it. Of course, both Peter and Spider-Man and Black Cat break up, and they both have a fight. And by the way, Black Cat actually Felicia does find out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, but she's the only one in the universe so far. Who knows? Well, I guess maybe whatever. We see, yeah, we see a huge battle between Spider-Man and Black. Gets paid a lot for it. Peter, there are also some oh yeah, where was I? And then Peter is also now adopted by the Morales family. There are also some small stuff I want to add as well, because hearing that this is said to be a follow up to the Daredevil Born Again Disney Plus MCU series. Daredevil will appear in this movie, but I'm not sure what kind of role he will do in this film, which is pretty much why I didn't really mention him. Walter Hardy, Felicia's dad, will also appear in the movie. I think like in the beginning of the movie, played by Thomas Ian Griffin, who's known to play Terry Silver. And the film will end with Kate Bishop appearing, which sets up the next film. I'm not sure how exactly, but whatever. This film will have two post-credit scenes, just like most MCU movies. The first post-credit scene will show Felicia, Hardy, and Jill, and reveal that she has been working for Mark Gargan, aka Scorpion, who, if you guys remember, is the Spider-Man Homecoming post-credit scene where Adrian Toomes talks to someone in jail, and pretty much the setup. That's him. That's him, like from the Spider-Man Homecoming post-credit scene, mid-credit scene. Pretty much Marvel seemed to forget about him, but hopefully he can finally come out of the shadows as Scorpion. But he doesn't escape with Black Cat's help, like what Black Cat was trying to do throughout the movie. He gets a symbiote that Peter had earlier on in the film, like the same symbiote. In the comics, I'm not sure if this is true, but Scorpion pretty much gets the Venom symbiote. Like he's one of the Venom symbiote victims. And then the second post-credit scene, the after-credit scene will show Miles Morales getting bitten by the radioactive spider, which sets him up to be the new Spider-Man next film. In this film, he's just Miles Morales, but he's not really Spider-Man. So also for my predictions for Spider-Man 4, I'd love to see my idea come true. But at least the casting choices for the new characters like Black Cat and Miles Morales. I do have a little bit of predictions for Spider-Man 5 and 6, but not by much. If I were to share a bit of my predictions for Spider-Man 5, Miles becomes a new Spider-Man after getting bitten by the radioactive spider, and becomes and Peter pretty much mentors Miles Morales, and both Peter and Miles versions of Spider-Man team up. Kate Bishop becomes Peter's new official love interest, who's definitely not gonna set him up, unlike Black Cat. Scorpion will be the big bad of not only this in Spider-Man 5 and 6, but the entire new trilogy. We'll also be getting other new villains in Spider-Man 5 and 6, like Wilson Fisk, like as in the same Wilson Fisk as the one played by Vincent D'Onofrio, Mr. Negative, played by John Cho, and an improved version of the Rhino played by Brett Gelman, who played Murray from Stranger Things. And I mean, like, I'm referring to like an improved version from like the last time we saw Rhino on screen from the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I mean, even though I do think the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is underrated, but I hate Rhino. I hate Rhino on this. I think Rhino was completely wasted, and I didn't really like the idea of Rhino using mech. So I think this version of Rhino the MCU will stay true. In fact, Rhino's actually confirmed to Rhino's actually like rumored to be in this, and Brett Gelman, like Murray from Stranger Things, will be a perfect casting choice. So yeah, so that's all for my Spider-Man 4 predictions of video in general. And I'm pumped for this new trilogy and to see what Peter's next adventure is gonna be. What are your predictions for Spider-Man 4, and what are your thoughts on my predictions for Spider-Man 4, including like the new cast that I mentioned? Do you think that this prediction could happen? And Marvel should take notes of it. Or do you think you have a better idea than that? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for more videos to come while I'm on my vacation. So and also and also stay tuned for my trailer reaction for Barbie. So yeah, bye guys.